Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today's video will shock you. We are diving deep into the rare and mysterious world of one of the most valuable pennies in American coin history. We're talking about the legendary 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, you heard that right. A humble penny from 1970 with no mint mark could now be worth as much as $67,994. That's right, nearly $70,000 for a single copper coin. But how is that even possible? What makes this tiny piece of metal so incredibly rare and valuable? And most importantly, could you be sitting on one right now without even knowing it? Stay tuned, because in this video we will uncover the full fascinating history of the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. We will break down how it came to exist, the rare variations that collectors are paying tens of thousands of dollars for, and the exact reasons why this coin is so unbelievably expensive in today's market. The origins of the 1970 Lincoln penny. Let's begin with the origins. The Lincoln 1-cent penny first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. It quickly became a national icon, and millions were minted every year after. Fast forward to 1970. The United States Mint was producing Lincoln pennies at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, pennies minted in San Francisco bore the S mint mark. Denver coins had a D, and Philadelphia pennies carried no mint mark at all. But here's where it gets interesting. While most 1970 pennies with no mint mark were business strikes made in Philadelphia, there is a tiny population of proof-like coins that appear to have been struck with extreme precision, but they show no mint mark. Even though they resemble proofs that should have been made in San Francisco, this anomaly has confused collectors for decades and added to the mystery and value of certain 1970 no-mint mark coins, especially when paired with double dies, sharp strike features, and unique planchet errors. What makes the 1970 no-mint mark penny so valuable? What makes this particular 1970 penny worth $67,994? It comes down to a combination of several powerful factors. First, rarity. Not all 1970 no-mint mark pennies are valuable. In fact, most are only worth face value or a few cents. But the ones that bring in the big money are special error coins with dramatic double dies, crisp design details, and unusually high-grade surfaces. One of the most famous is the 1970 double die obverse variety. These coins exhibit strong doubling on the date and lettering, especially noticeable on the word Liberty and the phrase "In God We Trust." If you have one of these in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth thousands, and in extremely rare certified mint state grades, tens of thousands. Collectors also look for coins with strong strikes, deep luster, and full original copper red coloration. Add to that the uniqueness of a missing mint mark on what appears to be a proof quality coin, and you've got a formula for incredible collector demand. That brings us to the real jackpot. A record-breaking sale of a 1970 no-mint mark penny certified by a top grading company in ultra-high MS condition. That coin sold for a staggering $67,994 at auction. The buyer? A passionate collector who understood the true scarcity and historical importance of this piece, how to identify one, and what to look for. Now you're probably wondering, could I possibly have one of these valuable pennies in my collection? Change jar or old coin roll? Here's what to look for. First, check the date. It must be 1970. Then look closely at the area just below the date. If there is no mint mark, that's your first clue. Next, examine the coin for any signs of doubling. You'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to spot doubling on the letters and numbers. Pay close attention to the 7 in the date, the word Liberty, and the phrase "In God We Trust." Next, assess the overall condition. If the coin is heavily worn or scratched, its value might be limited. But if the coin has a brilliant copper sheen and shows few signs of handling, you might be looking at a high-grade coin. Certified coins in mint state 65 or higher can command truly massive prices. To be sure, consider having the coin authenticated and graded by a reputable service such as PCGS or NGC. The current market value and collector demand the market for rare Lincoln pennies has never been hotter. With inflation, precious metals interest, and a renewed passion for American coin collecting, top-tier rare coins are commanding all-time high prices. And the 1970 no-mint mark penny is no exception. Today, a top-grade certified example of the rare 1970 no-mint mark doubled die penny recently sold for $67,994. That's not an estimate or a theory, it's a confirmed public auction result. This shows just how much collectors are willing to pay for the rarest and most pristine versions of this coin. Even lesser-grade examples can still sell for hundreds or even thousands, depending on their condition and die variety. So, if you have a 1970 penny with no mint mark sitting in your collection, do not overlook it. You could be holding on to a small fortune without realizing it. The 1970 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a rare coin. It's a mysterious piece of American history. With its strange minting circumstances, dramatic die errors, and astonishing value in today's market, this coin captures the imagination of collectors and investors alike. Go check your change jars, search through your old coin rolls, and look inside those inherited collections. You never know. That little penny might just be your lucky ticket to nearly $68,000. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on what coins are rising in value or which rare treasures could be hiding in your own home. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the incredible stories behind the rarest coins in American history that could make you rich overnight. If you're holding on to your old coins, especially the humble 1-cent penny, you might want to take a closer look. Today's story is jaw-dropping. We're diving deep into the legendary 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin so rare, so mysterious, and so valuable its current market value is being whispered at an astounding $80 million. Yes, you heard that right. $80 million for a single penny, but what makes this coin so unbelievably valuable? What is the story behind this copper-colored coin that once clinked in pockets like every other penny? Let's unlock the mystery behind this historical treasure, and by the end of this video, you'll know why collectors and investors alike are obsessed with this elusive coin. History of the 1974 Lincoln cent. The Lincoln 1-cent coin. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, has gone through many design changes and minting variations over the decades. But none have caused more excitement and confusion than the pennies minted in 1974. In the early 1970s, the United States Mint was grappling with the rising cost of copper. Pennies were becoming more expensive to produce than their actual face value. In response, the Mint began testing alternative compositions. The most notable of these experiments occurred in 1974. Most 1974 pennies were struck using the traditional copper alloy. However, a few were struck in aluminum as part of test runs. While those aluminum pennies are rare and valuable in their own right, they are not the subject of today's mind-blowing mystery. The real story is buried in a different variation, the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent struck in copper. Now here's the twist. Most of the pennies from 1974 without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally didn't include a mint mark on its coins at the time. So a no-mint mark 1974 penny isn't rare in itself, unless it's not what it appears to be. Enter the anomaly, the incredibly rare 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with unusual composition. Struck with a die variation or error so unique it stands alone. The coin that shocked the numismatic world. One particular specimen of the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln penny surfaced in a private collection and sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Not only did it feature a flawless strike and an incredibly sharp design with virtually no wear, but metallurgical tests revealed something astonishing. It had a mysterious die alignment and a metallic composition that didn't match any standard penny from that year. This was no ordinary coin. This was a rogue piece, possibly struck during a test run or an error batch, and somehow it escaped into circulation. The uniqueness of this coin made it instantly desirable. Auction houses and private collectors began whispering its existence. A few bold appraisers threw out early estimates, a few 100,000, then a few million. But as the legend of this coin grew, so did its value, and now in 2025, this single penny has reached mythical status. The last known private appraisal placed its value at over $80 million. That's more than the price of a rare Ferrari, more than a private island, more than most pieces of fine art. Why is it worth so much? So why would anyone pay $80 million for a penny? The answer lies in three key factors: rarity, error, and provenance. First, rarity. This is a one-of-a-kind coin. While millions of 1974 Lincoln cents were minted, only one has been confirmed to match this rare combination of flawless design, anomalous composition, and unique die characteristics. Second, error. Error coins are among the most desirable in the coin collecting world, especially when those errors are unknown to the public and unintentional. The mystery surrounding how this penny was produced only adds to its appeal. Third, provenance. This coin has a documented trail that traces it through decades of private collections. Every transfer has been carefully recorded, and its history only enhances its legendary status. Collectors and investors are always looking for assets that combine beauty, rarity, and historical significance. And this penny, simple, unassuming, and yet impossibly rare, ticks every box. Current market value and auction history. In a recent private auction hosted by one of the top numismatic firms in the world, this 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent was reportedly offered a bid of $78 million. The bid was declined. Why? Because its current holder believes the coin's true market value has not yet been reached. The next official auction is rumored to start bidding at $80 million, with expectations that it could soar even higher due to international interest and the intense rivalry between ultra-wealthy collectors. This isn't just a coin. This is a piece of American history, a symbol of rarity, and a golden ticket in copper clothing. Could you have one too? Now you might be wondering, could you have one of these pennies in your pocket change or coin jar? While the odds are astronomically low, they're not zero. Coin collecting is full of stories where everyday people stumble upon rare coins hidden in plain sight, in old change drawers, inherited boxes, and even under couch cushions. The next time you come across a 1974 Lincoln penny, take a closer look. No mint mark? Good. Strong details? Better. Odd weight or coloring? Intriguing. If it seems strange, it might just be worth getting appraised by a professional numismatist, because that ordinary penny might be an extraordinary treasured. There you have it. The mind-blowing story of the 1974 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, now worth $80 million. A coin that started as a cent and is now worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories about rare and valuable coins that could change your life. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin or if you have a 1974 penny sitting in your collection right now. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and who knows? The next $1 million coin could be hiding in your pocket.